Good day, sir. I am Lauren Miranda, and we will be tackled about the examples and solutions of derivatives and differentiations of formulas. So here are the objectives. The first one is the chain rule and the general power formula. The second one is derivative of logarithmic and exponential function. The third one is derivative of trigonometric function. The fourth one is derivative of inverse trigonometric function. The fifth one is derivative of hyperbolic functions. The sixth one is the implicit differentiations. And lastly is the high order derivative. Okay, let's go to the chain rule and general power formula. So the first equation is f of x equals to 3x raised to 7 minus 4x raised to 5 plus 1 half x fourth minus x squared plus 13. So the derivatives of the general power formula equals to d over dx u raised to n equals to nu raised n minus 1 dy dx. So simply just multiply the exponent to the first term or the first variable. So the answer is f of x equals to 21x raised to 6 power minus 20x raised to the 4th power plus 2x cubed minus squared. So the second equation is y equals to 3x squared plus 5x quantity squared. So let's get the inner term, which is the 3x squared plus 5x, and the derivatives of 3x squared plus 5x, which is the 6x plus 5. So y prime equals to 2, then quantity 3x squared plus 5x multiplied by 6x plus 5. So combine the answer. Y prime equals to 6x squared plus 10x multiplied to 6x plus 5. So this is the answer, and also here at the one. Okay, let's go to derivative of logarithmic and exponential function. So the given here is y equals to 5a raised to 7x. So the formula here is d over dx a raised to u equals a raised to u ln a du over gx. So the answer here is y equals to 5a raised to 7x ln 5 7. So the 7 here is the exponent. So equals to y equals to 7 is multiplied by 7x ln 5. So this is the final answer. So okay, let's go to this second equation. Y equals to ln second u. Okay, same as one. You can get this to use the formula in order to get the answer. So y equals to ls second u. Okay, first take the derivatives of second u, which is equivalent to second tangent u. So y equals to second tangent u over second u. So cancelled out the second u, and the remaining is y equals to tangent u. So this is the final answer. Okay, let's go to the derivative of trigonometric function. Okay, the first given is equals to y equals to sine squared quantity 3x squared minus cosecant x. So the derivatives of the trigonometric functions of sine x equals to dx quantity sine x equals to cosine x. So y equals to 2 sine 3x squared, since the sine is raised to squared, since the general power formula is d over dx u raised to n equals to nu raised to n minus 1 dy dx. So it should be y equals to 2 quantity sine 3x squared multiplied with a cosine 3x squared then quantity 6x minus negative cosecant x cotangent x, which is the derivative trigonometric functions, or the partner of negative cosecant x is the negative cosecant x cotangent. So y equals to 12x, quantity sine 3x squared is multiplied to cosine 3x squared plus cosecant x cotangent x. Okay, the second given is y equals to sine 5x. So simply, same as the first example, you need to get the derivatives of the given. So y equals to cosine 5x times 5. So the final answer is y equals to 5x cosine 5x. Let's go to the derivative of inverse trigonometric functions. So the first given is t quantity z equals to 2 cosine z plus 6 cosine raised to negative 1z. So this is the answer. This is the answer. T quantity z, t of z equals to negative 2 sine c minus 6 over square root of 1z squared. So how come nga nag-answer sina nga mo na? Since the equivalent of cosine c, or the derivative of cosine, is negative sine. So it shows that the answer is negative 2 sine c minus 6 over the square root of 1 minus c squared, which is the equivalent in derivative of inverse trigonometric function, which is negative 1 raised to square root of 1 minus z squared. So that's why I'm gonna come up ang yung answer. So okay, let's go to the second given, which is g of t equals to cosecant raised to negative 1 minus 4 cotangent raised to negative 1t. So same as sa number 1 nga strategy. Ang mani ang yung answer. So g of t equals to negative 1 over t square root of t squared minus 1 plus 4 over t squared plus 1. Okay, let's go to the derivative of hyperbolic function. So the first given is f of x equals to 2x raised to the fifth cosine x. So para dali ma-determine, so let's put here, this should be the u. Butang dala simplifications para dali. And this is the v. Para dali ma-identify. So since multiplication is always a partner na is addition, so f of prime is f of x equals to 10x raised to the fourth power, which is the derivative of 2x raised to the fifth power. Then the cosine x, which is the v, just copy lang, then add, which is the 2x raised to the fifth power, which is the u. Then the derivatives of cosine hx, or the cosine hyperbolic x, which is the sine hyperbolic x. So this is the final answer. Okay, let's go to the second given, which is the h of t equals to sine hyperbolic t over t plus 1. Okay, let's go to the second given, which is h of t equals to sine hyperbolic t over t plus 1. H prime of t equals t plus 1 cosine hyperbolic t minus sine h t over t plus 1 quantity squared. So we use the formula of d over dx, u over v equals to v du over dv minus u over dv over dx over v squared. So To come up, the answer of h prime of t equals to cosine ht minus sine hyperbolic t over t plus 1. We need to get the derivative of sine hyperbolic t, which is the cosine ht minus sine ht over t plus 1 quantity squared. So, canceled out na lang siguro niyang t plus 1, though may remain. So, ang ma-left na lang is cosine hyperbolic t minus sine hyperbolic t over t plus 1. Okay, let's go to implicit differentiation. So, the first given here is x cubed y fifth plus 3x equals 8y cubed plus 1. So here is the given. Here is the given. Then the second thing to do is get the first prime of the given. So 3x squared y fifth plus 5x cubed y raised to the fourth y prime plus 3 equals to 24 y squared y prime. So the next step is to combine all the y prime. Okay, here is 3x squared y raised to 5 plus 3 equals to 24y squared y prime minus 5x cubed y prime for y prime. Okay, the next thing to do is combine all the x and y prime. Okay, the 3x squared y raised to the 5th plus 3 equals to y prime quantity 24y squared minus 5x cube y raised to the 4th. So, i-divide niya siya sa here, divide sa all sa 24y 24y squared minus 5x 5x cubed ja 5x cubed y raised to the 4th. Simply same here in order to cancel the out. So okay, the left is kaya mabili na lang is y prime equals to 3x squared y raised to the 5th plus 3 over 24y squared minus 5x cubed y raised to the 4th. Okay, the second given is x squared plus y squared equals to 9. So get the first prime of the given equals to 2x plus 2y y prime equals to 0. The 9 is equals to 0 na lang siya. So okay, it should be 2y y prime equals to negative 2x. Transfer ang x. So para makuha ang answer nga y prime equals to negative x over y, we need to divide this with 2y. This for the okay. Then i-cancelled out na lang siya. Cancelled out. Okay, cancelled out. Just cancelled out both. So the remain is y prime equals to negative x over y. So this is the final answer. Okay, let's go to the last, the high order derivatives. So I was given here find the first four derivatives for each of the following. So the first given is y equals to cosine x. So the y prime equals to negative sine x, which is the derivative of cosine x. The second prime is negative cosine x. The third prime is sine x. And the fourth prime is cosine x. As well as the second given, f of x equals to 3x raised to 7 minus 4x raised to 5 plus 1 half x raised to the 4th minus x squared plus 13. So the first prime of x equals to 21x raised to the 6th minus 20x raised to the 4th plus 2x cubed minus 2x. So the second prime of x equals to 126x raised to the 5th minus 8x cubed plus 6x squared minus 2. So the third prime of x equals to 630x raised to the 4th minus 24x squared plus 12x. So the fourth prime of x equals to 2520x cubed minus 48 plus 12. So, ano yung final answer nila? As well as unang given na mo man siya. Simple lang. Kung gatoon mo yan. That's all and thank you!